I've just started a side hustle and I require a truck. My 2002 Toyota Camry was no longer going to cut it, and I definitely am not going to be spending $80,000 on a Ford. As you can see from the junk behind me, I spend most of my time on Facebook Marketplace, but I still couldn't find a truck for under $20,000 that didn't need rockers and a cab corner. So I found my local sketchy auction house and I gave them $10,000 of my hard-earned money. And in return, they gave me a 1997 Dodge Ram. Anyway, let's go and take a look. Although this truck did run with a jump, I'm going to just throw in some new batteries, which is kind of what I normally do when I purchase something new. This is a Group 34 battery. I'm pretty sure that's what it called for anyway. Huh. A great time to check the oil. Those metal pieces. Well, she's up to level, but I don't know if I'm seeing metallic pieces in there. Oh, it's just bubbles. No, it's metal shavings. We'll run it. Okay, well, there's fluid in there. So when I was driving this truck in 5th gear, it would be kind of hunting for another gear. That can happen with a bad connection at the battery. So I'm going to just clean these up and put them on, and then we'll take it out for a run and see if we have that transmission issue, or it actually is the transmission failing, and then we can do some other things. Make it a stick. I've definitely put the battery in the wrong way. Son of a bitch. Well, everything in this engine bay looks pretty stock. We do have a K&N air filter, which I'm not a huge fan of. Probably never been cleaned. People just think they can throw these on and just leave them forever, so maybe try and get an oil kit for them. You can clean them out yourself. Maybe I'll just buy a new one. We'll see how the turbo sounds. I'm sure it sounds great. Everything else looks pretty stock. We can see the interior is already doing Dodge things. First upgrade has to be to get the Cummins logo instead of the Dodge. I think they look pretty cool. Okay, don't fuck with me. On the roof of this truck, we do have a couple of pretty substantial holes. I just put some tape over them just to hopefully stop the water coming in, but we can see that the old roof lights used to be back further, and yeah, I'm going to take these off and change the bulbs out to LEDs and see how they look. But we definitely have some body work to do up front. And then just moving around to this side. Rockers have gone here, and they've completely blown through here. So I need to sort that part out too. And on the inside, it's clearly doing some Dodge things, which is a bit of a shame. She's filthy in here too. 272,000 kilometers on the clock. Hey, the interior seats don't look half bad. There's been some water damage, I imagine, from those lights. There's no headliner either, which is a shame. But she's moist, she's damp up here. It's all wet in here too. Hell, I think this is absolutely pouring in maybe. But not bad. Have some rear seats. Hey, not a bad little rig, I think, for what I'm looking for anyway. We'll give her a crank. So I'm just keeping my eyeballs locked in on the if it's charging or not. The grid heat is probably kicking in, I imagine, because it's about -1 or -2 degrees outside. So I'm sure that block heat is just kicking on. She might come around. Good oil pressure. I'll be honest, I am really skeptical of this transmission. They said it was rebuilt 10,000 kilometers ago, and part of me just does not really believe any of that, so. Oh, that pump. That power steering pump really does knock those revs down, so we need to increase the revs slightly, I think. Let's try going into fifth gear, I think, is done with pressure, so I don't know if the transmission maybe doesn't have enough pressure to jump into fifth. Oh, I think we just, well, there's one way to try that out, I guess. This could all go horribly wrong in 3. Maybe I'll do it when there's a safe place to pull over in case I need to slam on the anchors and there is a car literally up my bottom. Fuck it. See ya. Okay, overdrive off seems to work. I didn't like that. See, that's maybe a quarter throttle, and if I go any more, it jumps down at 3 gazillion gears and then gives me no power at all. So I don't know what that is. Could be a TV kickdown cable, maybe. It's just not adjusted. I know on these, the adjustment for them is pretty poor. I don't know what you can see here. This road is absolutely awful. Probably should have bought the GoPro for this test drive. Canadians do love stop lines. Now, I was not paying attention at all to who is who, but we'll go right. Probably get stuck behind a school bus. Give her a little blip. Oh, yeah. I don't know if she's been tuned or what, but well, I definitely know that it doesn't have any governor springs, as in it hasn't had the 3K or the 4K. It kind of, we lost a bit of momentum around about 2,800 revs. So no governor springs, that's definitely something that I would like to do. Not that I tow, an immense amount, but I think having 3K governor springs is a decent upgrade on these units. So that's what we're going to do. Definitely want something down here, I want to stick really. And I don't like this auto trans anyway, especially in a Gen 2 Dodge. Suspension feels okay going over these bumps. I mean, this road, as you can see, is absolutely awful. So you can probably tell that on the camera. It doesn't have any image stabilization. So you're probably going through the ringer there, no doubt. Have a slight acceleration test. Pass this gentleman on a push bike. And for safety, we're definitely not going to overtake him on a hill. Much like the car behind me thinks I should do that, I'm not going to. Let's give her. Yeah, she feels good. Not too much play in the steering, although there is some slight dodginess going on here. It's not as bad as some other trucks, for sure. Well, there we go. That kind of concludes our test drive of going over potholes in Ontario. So there we go. Well, here concludes my test drive of my 97 Ram. We need to do a lot of things to it. Bodywork, we need a new bed. Wouldn't mind throwing some governor springs in here as well, the 3K or the 4K kit if we want to do the valves too. Definitely need to go with a manual transmission. As much as the auto is nice to drive in traffic, I just find it very lackluster. Not that I'm looking for crazy performance, but I just don't trust that this was rebuilt. I don't like in fifth gear how it kind of judders. It feels like it's hunting or slipping. Something isn't right. Need to check that TV cable for the kick down. Sometimes they can get a bit gummed up with stuff and then not activate, so need to check that out. Because on full throttle, I just get loads of revs and no acceleration, so need to take a look into that. But yeah, for 10,000, let me know what you think, if I have scored well or this should be pushed off a bridge and I should buy a Ford. Let me know in the comments down below. Have a great day. Thanks for watching if you got this far, and I'll see you in the next video where we tackle some body work, take the bed off, do some welding, or maybe throw in the governor springs. Not sure what order I want to do this in. Maybe need to try and find myself a manual transmission. The NV 4500 are like hen's teeth, so should probably spend my life on Facebook Marketplace again. Maybe buy some other things. Anyway, until the next video, take care.